Hi, I'm Abhijit Bam. I am the Chief Marketing Officer for BNI India. I'm also the Area Director for BNI Mumbai South, BNI Mumbai East, and BNI Mumbai Northeast. Let me tell you a little bit about BNI. And, we are an organization which helps turn your contacts into contracts. That's what we specialize in. Just if you're an entrepreneur hearing this, let me ask you a question. How often do you have a predictable system? Don't we normally make choices or buy things based on someone's recommendations? Somebody recommends us something and we often buy that. And more often than not, when you buy that turns into a sale because it's come via recommendation, right? But just look at yourself now as an entrepreneur. How often do we essentially do this? Which is when you change your outlook from being a consumer to a business owner, what happens at that point? Don't you think referrals would make a big difference for your business also? Because if you get referrals happening in your business, more often than not, they convert into sale. Isn't that happening? So the question really is, do you have a system predictably which says week on week, month on month, year on year, you're going to ensure that you get getting referrals. Like this week, you got 2 referrals. The next week, you got 2 referrals. The next week, you got 2 referrals. Week on week, month on month, year on year. Most people do not. And that's the gap we fill in. People say to help you be from where you are, which is where you want a lot of referrals in your business, to where you really want to go, is where BNI comes into picture. BNI really bridges that gap and it really helps entrepreneurs to go to that next step. That's what BNI does. So what makes BNI work? A couple of things make BNI work. Number one thing that makes BNI work is structured meetings. Everything that's done is in a very structured fashion. We come in the morning, we get a chance to network with people in a structured fashion. The members get a chance to introduce their business in a structured fashion so they can educate others how those other people in the group can go and search business for them as a sales team. Even otherwise, there's another section where members get a chance to present their business for 8 minutes each. 8 minutes. Where you have 50 people who are listening to your business who are going to be on the field next week to go and essentially get business for you. So that's what happens. That's structured agenda. Number 2, what makes BNI really work is the philosophy of giver's gain. What it means is if you help enough people get what they want, they in turn will help you get what you want. What goes around comes around. And the number 3 thing that makes BNI really, really work well is BNI essentially is a training organization. It teaches and trains people how to become an expert in the field of networking, how to there are books, training material that are there which ensure that people can really go out there and, add all that value to their business and ensure that their referral business increases. So that's what, a structured agenda that BNI has. About our focused agenda. People say, how can anything be so structured? I would really urge you, a BNI meeting happens in India from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. about in 23 cities around the country today. And, we have about 11,500 BNI members. All of them, hear me, if you're hearing this, please hear this clearly. All of them, 11,500 entrepreneurs under one roof, so structured that they know exactly what they're doing for that 1.5 hour. We have a 20-point agenda in that meeting. It's 20 points. Everything is structured. We know what's going to happen from 8 a.m. to 8:05 a.m. What's going to happen from 8:15 to 8:30 a.m. Everything is structured. In a structured fashion, people are there. They get a chance to come there. And the real meeting happens when you really see the success of this is when you see people get up week on week and get a chance to exchange business with each other. They exchange referrals, which means they give each other business. And the really interesting and important thing here, understand, when I say it's a giver's gain philosophy, we give without expecting. What does that mean? There are no commissions involved. This is not a business where we get commissions. We do things because if I help some people, somebody else will help me in turn. That's the philosophy in which we really, really operate. So I would really urge you, if you're an entrepreneur, okay, in 23 cities we exist, over 250 plus chapters around these 23 cities. If you want to know more, go to the BNI website, bni-india.in. Find out the chapter in any part of your city where it is there, and you can then come there and get a chance to attend one of these BNI meetings. You get invited because you can't just walk in. You need to get invited to a BNI meeting. So apply for it, and someone from that chapter will get in touch with you and invite you to attend a chapter meeting. Thank you. BNI today is all over. BNI, when I say all over, we are in over 60 countries around the world. Over 200,000, which is 2 lakh plus members around the world. We have been over 30 years plus. 1985 is when we started. That long. It was started by a gentleman by the name Dr. Ivan Meisner. Ivan today is just become the recipient of the John Maxwell Entrepreneur of the Year award as well. But what I wanted to really say was, this gentleman has done wonders of where he's taken BNI to where it is today. In India, we are almost here for over 10 years now, our 11th year, and 11,500 BNI members in India, over 250 chapters across this country. BNI India currently is headed by a gentleman by the name Doctor. He is a doctor of people, I would say. BNI country head Mac Srinivasan. Mac has been an inspiration to take this. He's driven other businesses. He's taken them to size and scale. He is a serial entrepreneur, and Mac gives vision to this country today to take BNI to the next level. Our vision 2020, 4 years from now, we're going to be at 50,000 BNI members in this country. It's going to be a phenomenal expansion, and we would want you as an entrepreneur to come be a part of this expansion and see what percentage of business you could get out of this in the next 4 years. Thank you. As a Chief Marketing Officer, my only message for all the members, and this is all in alignment with what MAC decides for the country, and our vision is to be at 2020. But it's not just about the vision, it's also about being united together. We're running what we call is, go look at the campaign that we're going to keep running till 2020. It's called hashtag BNI One India. Hashtag BNI ONEINDIA. You go on Facebook, go on Twitter, post with it, tweet with it. The idea is you're going to be one country, unity is strength. Knowledge is power, but attitude is everything. And you as a BNI member need to have that attitude. So let's work together, make a difference to not just our businesses, but to the community at large, and make an impact on the economy of this country by being together. Hashtag BNI One India. Thank you.